Is this the match you wanted all along, or are you going to continue your terrorist attacks with one goal in mind, to defeat, or should I say demolish, the Twin Towers?
And tear down the Twin Towers. The pain won't stop until the Twin Towers come crumbling down. Oh yeah, right now tonight on prime time, yeah.
Everybody knows that the Twin Towers are big, strong, high buildings, and you're gonna see the Twin Towers come crumbling down, yeah.
Texas Governor George W. Bush this week blamed President Clinton for the recent increase in gas prices and said if he were president, he'd abolish the gas tax and, if necessary, go to war with Alaska and steal their oil. New York police Wednesday indicted the man known as the Eastside Rapist, even though he's been identified only by his genetic makeup, making this the first indictment ever based on a DNA profile. Police are now offering a reward for information leading to the arrest of this man. In international news, a Hong Kong-based news magazine reported this week that suspected terrorist leader Osama bin Laden is dying of kidney failure. The reclusive bin Laden is reportedly hiding in the mountains of Afghanistan and is on a dialysis machine being peddled by two of his followers. And in Pakistan this week, a judge sentenced a convicted murderer to be strangled, cut into 100 pieces, and then thrown into a vat of acid. And that was the plea bargain. Passengers on a commercial airline flight Thursday averted disaster when they tackled a man who attacked a pilot in the cockpit and attempted to grab the controls. Fortunately, order was restored and the aircraft was allowed to crash on its own.
Back to the Future. At a scene called the Twin Pines Mall, we will bear witness to a sudden surprise terrorist attack perpetrated by a group of Muslim terrorists. When we turn the sign upside down, the digits on the clock read 911. Also at this scene, Doc shows us two stopwatches, both of which display encoded 911s. Before the terrorist attack, the twins are present, but after the attack, the twins are gone. The Twin Pines are a symbolic representation of the Twin Towers. In Back to the Future Part 2, Twin Pines appear again on a projection movie screen in Marty's future house. Marty's family gathers around the movie screen, and the Twin Pines actually morph into the Twin Towers. One of them is completely upside down. The Twin Towers are clearly shown to be falling down, but Marty knows the exact time and date that a tower will be struck.
Save the clock tower! Save the clock tower!
In the background, overseeing this transaction. Then, when the tower strike takes place, a giant flaming 911 is ignited in the street. Back to the Future was written and directed by Robert Zemeckis, first released in 1985, but to depict the future, Zemeckis chose October 2015. Now, in the real October 2015, a major Hollywood production is about to hit theaters worldwide, and it is exclusively about the Twin Towers. It happens to be directed by Robert Zemeckis, exposing this warning after 30 years.
On the night that I go back in time, you will be shot by terrorists.
Marty writes this warning into a letter. He seals it shut, intending for it to remain hidden for a specific amount of time.
What's the meaning of this? Find out in 30 years!
The walk is the reveal of the 911 warning, given to Doc while he is rigging a giant wire to the clock tower.
Evening, Dr. Brown. What's with the wire?
The walk is about a plot to rig a giant wire to the Twin Towers.
What's with the wire?
I'm back from the future.
To America. I gotta go get ready for the bomb. Osama bin Laden getting ready to bomb. Osama bin Laden getting ready to bomb. America, you better watch out. You're not the one.
How you feeling?
Godlike.
Good. Cover the album New York Skyline.
Yeah, I thought I'd pay you respect and that before they blow you up and that, yeah.
Yeah.
World Trade Center bombing, remember? During the trial, one of the bombers claimed the CIA had advanced knowledge. The diplomat who issued the terrorist visa was CIA. It's not unthinkable they paved the way for bombing purely to justify the budget increase.
You're telling me that you're gonna fake some terrorist thing just to scare some money out of Congress?
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Hennessy, I have no idea how to fake killing 4,000 people. So we're just gonna have to do it for real. Oh, blame it on the Muslims, naturally. That I get my funding.
We know it's a war game scenario that has to do with airline counterterrorism. Why is it important enough to kill for?
Because it's no longer a game.
If some terrorist group wants to act out this scenario, why target you for assassination?
Depends on who your terrorists are.
I didn't see them in the first place. You're saying our government plans to commit a terrorist act against a domestic airline?
There you go. Indicting the entire government as usual. It's a fact. A small fact.
For what possible gain?
The Cold War's over, John. But with no clear enemy to stockpile against, the arms market's flat. But bring down a fully loaded 727 into the middle of New York City. You'll find a dozen tin pot dictators all over the world just clamoring to take responsibility and begging to be smart bombed.
Can't believe it. This is about increasing arms sales. When?
Tonight?
How are you going to stop them? Why didn't you tell the world this? Go to the press.
You think I'd still be drawing breath 30 minutes after I made that call? The press? Who's going to run this story? We would. This? It's a birdcage liner. Wild-eyed crap right up there with Elvis as an alien and two-headed babies.
You obviously read it.
Don't be so damn naive.
We don't know the full extent of this conspiracy. We can't trust any government official. You said they intend to bring us down in the middle of New York City?
Well, that happened.
World Trade Center. I'm going to crash the plane into the World Trade Center. New York Center. This is Atlantic National Flight 265 heavy. We're declaring an emergency. We have 110 souls on board, 16,000 pounds of fuel. We've got manual override. With your testimony, we can break this conspiracy wide open, bring Overlord down. The whole operation. Dad, what is it?
You're a brave man, John.
You're not going to testify. You're going to let them cover this up.
They almost killed me twice. They won't fail a third time. My silence will keep me alive. And you. I know you and your friends are fighting for the American dream. Just don't expect to win.
How the missile got through air defenses surrounding the Pentagon is still the subject of much debate.
VIP client, Michael Drucker. And by the way, happy birthday.
Just watching TV with Oliver.
You're probably at the World Trades. You know what that mess was.
I threw his little brother off the 32nd floor, knocking Tommy Towers out in L.A.
Next time we'll bring them both down.
Charlie, I got a great idea.
Jesus Christ.
Disaster has befallen this landmark. This morning, as the first rays of dawn danced across the glass domes of the sleeping metropolis, double trouble crept into New York Harbor, unhitched the towers, and fled.
We have our own phone.
New York City, anything could have happened. Listen to that. This shit could have been a terrorist bomb.
The other life.
The government's been in bed with the entire telecommunications industry since the 40s. They've infected everything. You get into your bank statements, computer files, email, listen to your phone calls. Reynolds Thomas Bryan, born 9/11, 9/11.
I thought you'd be anxious to get to 9/11. 9/11 will search the number and 9th and 11th respectively.
I knew the air in New York was dangerous, but I didn't know we were thinking of using it as a secret weapon.
Crime programming on 9/11. Police, and they arrest these ciphers that 9/11 has packaged up so neatly. Connected to 9/11.
The police department on September 11th.
Oh, hell. I done introduced him enough.
With them all for collective action. This will not stand. This will not stand, this aggression.
Enjoy your flight, Mr. Willard.
destroy the city. You want to start a war?
Exactly. A secret society to which I belong has planned it for years.
Describing as the worst act of destruction since the World Trade Center bombing. World Trade Center bombing.
Can I take a message, or would you like to prep by? Yes.
I was born in 1911 in Kingsbridge, New York.
This one is no change, dated 9/11/44.
They're not terrorists, Jack. They're just ordinary people like you and me.
Nothing you have ever experienced can prepare you for the unbridled carnage you're about to witness. In this building, it's either kill or be killed. Are you with me?
Yeah, we gotta kill him, motherfucker! We gotta kill him!
Things and ideas you just cross over into.
We are open.
Welcome to New York. You're dead.
Terrorists blew up a restaurant in Paris, killing 5, none from New York.
Well, I'd like to start with a small Caesar salad. I don't see it here on the menu, but I always...
Right down to the World Trade Center.
I'm sleeping around a little and I'm a moron. And you're normal.
With, shotgun egg.
Are late.
I'm sorry.
We going at it? Of course we do.
That what you're doing when you're working late?
Hey, Benny, in all these years we've been together, it's the first time I've been here. What are you thinking?
Tamara Sui Fali, Chinese national Hong Kong resident.
New York, Newark, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. Now departing track 5.
This joke is trying to take us to New York City, ground zero. Safe now. Is that right? Never acid rain, tons of collapsing steel.
People always ask me, Whoopi, what's your favorite incident? Like I'm gonna tell them. So I'd never tell anybody what my favorite is. Ever.
But if it was an inside job, well, I'd put my money.
It can happen to anyone.
Listen, gang, Doc and Ricky's getting fed up with all this Orson Welles crap, so cool it, will ya? What's that?
Strange is certainly taking place inside, though it's very hard to determine exactly what that is.
A day that I think Mr. Clamp would like to forget. The police department is
talking about some sort of green creatures responsibility.
Get it, lady. Most of the people are out of there now.
Then what's in there?
Mr. Clamp, is it true the building's been evacuated?
Sir, is the building on fire?
No, that's a false alarm. We've just got some problems.
Problems? You got a guy in there in a Dracula costume broadcasting stuff with little green monsters. Are you trying to panic New York City?
Absolutely not.
So the monsters are real?
I didn't say that.
The minute I laid my eyes on you, I knew that you had what it takes.
All your wrongs will be redressed. You must never be distressed. Someone's got to be oppressed.
Let's turn around!
And so for Henry Tillman, the quest continues, searching for a dream, reaching for a star, looking for the big idea.
Henry always tried very hard, but things didn't always go quite right for him. Maybe it's my fault. I remember...
And so it began for Channel 11's Henry Tillman, destined to search for the big idea.
Pictures so real you won't believe your eyes. So exciting your eyes won't believe your ears. Thicker 3 pictures and widescreens. Philips, let's make things better.
If only all metal reflects on it.
A small demonstration of our sinister strength should convince the world of our supreme power.
The Legion of Doom is about to begin its reign of terror.
Warplane sighted heading for New York City.
Our detection system shows nothing. Mayday! Mayday! New York is under attack!
It's getting through.
Stars, we will now strike at the heart of American defense and destroy the Pentagon with one swift and deadly blow.
Ghostbusters to tower. We're coming in.
Ready for another attack. Manhattan.
He's been spotted on the roof of the World Trade Center.
It's for sure he's not there for the view.
Hang on, we're gonna crash!
If anyone is out there listening, get out of town before it gets to you! And I'm out of here.
Soon we will have an army of symbiotes. Our volunteers will help us establish a new world order.
History was never my best subject. I prefer phys ed.
Remember those Twin Towers?
Yeah, what about them?
I don't think they're gonna be so tall anymore.
Oh, no.
It's gonna knock down the The towers are falling.
For your information, it was rich in symbolism.
It was rich in boring me to death.
Oh yeah? Well, you're stupid.
No, you're stupid.
No, you're stupider.
Right, little bird. Too pretty. A pony and a 911 emergency surgical kit with working stethoscope.
City. I can see it all now. It's high towers, cold, cruel, ominous, closing down on you. Look! It's the towers! They're falling!
It ends now.
The Simpsons predicted 9/11 in 1997. The bus advertisement that promises New York tickets for $9 perfectly lines up next to the Twin Towers to read, New York, 9/11.
Top-down shooter from 1989 by the name of Master Weapon. Once you actually start the game, an introduction sequence appears saying that the events of the game take place on September 11th. We have a game by the name of Deus Ex that was released in June of 2000, and in one of this game's menu levels, the player is actually able to explore a small area around Liberty Island, and the first thing you're going to notice is that the Statue of Liberty's head has been destroyed and it's no longer on the body of Lady Liberty. As well as being on this island, you actually get to take a look at the New York City skyline. The World Trade Centers are actually absent from this New York City skyline, and it makes you wonder, did these game developers predict 9/11? Because this game was released, of course, in June of 2000. There's an in-game explanation for the building's absence, and it's basically stated that they were destroyed by terrorists. A Flash game by the name of Trade Center Defender that was actually released in early 2001, just a few months prior to the events of 9/11, of course, and the objective of this game was to gun down planes that headed towards the towers that were trying to destroy them, and you just shoot them down before they get to the towers. The Twin Towers actually make an appearance in this game. Cool, right? Well, they're then taken out and pancake in the exact same fashion that would happen 9 years later.
Y'all still think it was Bin Laden when it was us and the Masons plotting on oil profits. I'm evil. And y'all still think it was Bin Laden when it was us and the Masons plotting on oil profits. I'm evil.